Good morning, everyone. I'm Tahi Chong, an MC of the third day of 2020 Disc Africa Virtual Market and Korea Week, organized by Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism of the Republic of Korea and Korea Creative Content Agency, KOCCA. For the third session of Korea Week today, we would like to introduce K-animation. K-animation has shown the greatest growth in the content market recently and is rising as a new major genre of Korean wave. And from characters to comics, it is showing expansion and new potential of Korean content industry. Today, I hope you can also know what the competitive edge is for Korea animation. So now, we will begin the third day of 2020 Disc Africa Virtual Market Korea Week, the K-animation session. So here we have the presenters for today. Allow me to introduce each of them. First, we would like to introduce Professor Changwan Han from Graduate School of Convergence Art at Sejong University. Next, Mr. Harry Yoon, Vice President of Studio Mokgoji, is here with us. Next, Mr. Johan Kim, a team leader of Young Choice, is also here with us. Thank you. We are having Ms. Gyua Jang, a manager of Unit Character Corporation, here for this session. And lastly, Mr. Seok Nam-gung, Chief Technology Officer and Director of M2S Corporation, is here with us. Wow, we look forward to your presentation. Thank you. And now, Professor Changwan Han at Sejong University will open this session. Professor Han will give a presentation on the current issues of K-animation industry, 2020 Korean animation industry, and IP business convergence. From Professor Changwan Han. Please greet him with a round of applause.
Hello, I am Professor Changwan Han, Department of Comics and Animation at Sejong University. I'll be presenting today on the major issues of the Korean animation industry in 2020 and the vision of converging with IP business. The biggest issue in Korean contents and platforms in the year 2020 is the change in main platforms, which are rapidly evolving to COVID-19. Until recently, terrestrial broadcast was the main platform in Korea since 1960, when TV stations were founded and broadcast began. Such trend evolved in the 2000s with the introduction of cable television and IPTV into diverse contents through numerous channels. Especially OTT platforms, which took off after 2019 in Korea, is transforming the trend of content consumption. The new consumption trend allowed consumers to search terrestrial broadcast channels through zapping on remote control and decide on channels and contents through suboptimal choices among the search results. However, OTT platforms allow for the best rational choices. It has allowed consumers to make decisions on their favorite contents based on genre, storyline, and characters, and consume customized contents. Consumers who have tailored their content consumption centered on Netflix show a different consumption pattern for animation. Especially, there has become a growing need for the sharing of emotions with fictional characters due to the specialization of kidult culture, which is a unique consumer group and the increasing number of lonely individuals due to the expansion of single-person households. Eventually, individuals who consume contents will definitely include animation in their customized consumption portfolio. Over the past year, the number of customers who have consumed animation content through Netflix has exceeded 100 million people worldwide. It has expanded from children to all age groups through the OTT platform. An important changes in the consumption trend made evident by the OTT platform is the consumption of binge viewing. Eventually, the consumption behavior of animation, which is selected as an essential genre of personal consumption portfolio, is also being subjected to binge viewing. Animation serves as an important pre-experience for real platform decisions. So, in order to familiarize consumers with such a pre-experience, major OTT platforms such as YouTube Kids, Junior Neighbor, and Kakao Kids make intense investment. For existing terrestrial broadcasts, 5 or 6 p.m. before the regular broadcast time is the main schedule for animation programs. If a family begins watching the animation of a specific platform channels from the start time of the regular broadcast, all broadcasts on the evening of the day will be fixed to that channel. I would like to introduce an AR app from a startup company recently gaining a lot of attraction in Korea. It is an augmented reality application called AnyBear, founded by a company called AnyPen. It is an app and select a character that a consumer prefers and creates a character animation in augmented reality on the smartphone screen set by users. It's mainly being used by elementary school students or low teens. They take pictures of the background around their room or house with a smartphone, and specific character appear of the background to create a short animation of 5 to 30 seconds, which they can upload directly to YouTube. Hundreds of animation share through YouTube every day, and the characters maintain their relative awareness. It's a unique form of consumption called the prosumer phenomenon, where consumers and producers are shared. Animation has a lower guarantee risk compared to live-action movies. Popular movie actors in major roles require more performance fees as the popularity of the movie series increase. Due to the risk, it is difficult to produce more than 4 sequels of live-action movies. The title would have to be changed slightly along with the main actor. However, the animation never changed. Shrek does not ask for extra performance fees to appear in sequel despite the film's continued success. Sony Pictures, which produced the movie series by borrowing the rights for Spider-Man from Marvel Publishing Company, eventually gave up making the live-action film series due to the guarantee risk and returned it their rights to Walt Disney. That is why Spider-Man joined the Avengers series. Production costs for Shrek were managed more reasonably as the series continued for 5 sequels. Guarantee risk was effectively managed, and the production company went to monopolizing Shrek's character business. In the end, the animation industry is evaluated as being equivalent to realistic being turned into a medium to long-term asset. In addition, the product life cycle of animation is repeatedly, perpetually, and children who are reborn every 7 to 8 years recognize the animation as a new series. Atom, Pikachu, and Pororo are good examples. In addition, animation has minimized the consumption time associated with toys and stationery. The fantasy or desires of children who watch the animation directly leads to the purchase of character products. Korean animation films such as Hello Cabot and Idol Time Prepara are such cases. The animation platform in Korea is changing to theater, terrestrial channels, cable animation channels, IPTV animation channels, VOD, and OTTs, while it is expected to evolve into AI-curated OTTs in the future. Mainly in Europe, animation channels curated with engines on YouTube are becoming more prevalent. Major examples of such channels are Wild Brain and Moonbug. The channel has the ability to continuously introduce contents to consumers who prefer and choose animation, while its capability is becoming more sophisticated through big data analysis of viewed contents and optimization of animation contents matching. Korea's IPTV directly invests in animation projects and regularly analyzes consumers' animation viewing patterns and VOD purchasing patterns big data, providing important advanced information and planning know-how for future projects. EBS, a Korean educational broadcasting channel, has succeeded in developing characters such as Fat King Pung Pung and Pengsu, in addition to Pororo the Little Penguin. The reason for their success was due to the accurate forecasting of genre preference of the target audience and differentiating the broadcast time. Who is Walt Disney Korea, Dooley the Little Dinosaurs, and Pororo the Little Penguin? They are also expanding into the global market with such a dream. This is the process where the concept of IP emerges. In the past, the term IP refers to Internet Protocol in Korea. However, the emergence of smartphones and active action plans in the Chinese market changed the concept. It's now recognized as an intelligent property with high added value. The concept of 2D and 3D is also slightly different in China. In Korea, 2D is understood as work on a flat, two-dimensional surface, while 3D is work made in three-dimensional space. In China, 2D refers to images that are not real, such as cartoons, novels, games, and animation. And 3D refers to real images, such as movies, entertainment, dramas, musicals, and documentaries. China buys Korean entertainment content that Where Are We Going? In a broadcast format. It is a broadcast format where dads who can't play with their children often go on a trip with their children without moms. After purchasing Dad, Where Are We Going? In a broadcasting format from Korea, China made the Chinese version of an entertainment program and sold its own IP to make animation right after. The animation character created was used to create a sports competition reality show with real children. The expansion of the IP concept can be explained with Disney Plus. Walt Disney's main OTT channels, the scale of IP ownership such as Disney's movies and animations, Pixar's animations, Marvel's original contents and superheroes, Lucasfilm's Star Wars and Indiana Jones, and the documentary channel National Geographic is starting to be evaluated as the value of the company. In Korea, interest is increasing due to the great success of the webtoon original drama Itaewon Class, and the concept of super IP is being highlighted through the case of the recently released movie Victory. Recently, Naver Webtoon's original The Tower of God rose to the top of the popular app animation rankings in Hollywood. Eventually, many Korean webtoon IPs are facing the possibility of being converted to animations. Popular Korean webtoon originals are being made with animations. The Tower of God, which rose to the top of the popular app animation rankings in the US, is an original Naver webtoons. Recently, Naver Webtoon has begun preparing for an IPO to launch as a webtoon entertainment company in the North American region. The webtoon platform of Korea has actually presented various business models. Kakao Page's business model of free if you wait showed record success for paid webtoons. If you wait 3 or 4 days, you can view the contents you want for free. However, Korean consumers can't stand to wait and eventually end up paying for the content right away. Kakao Page's business model was exported to Tencent Animation and Comics, China, and was successful. It also entered into the Japanese market through the Piccoma platform and made record sales. Now, the Korean animation industry will participate in even more active creation and production with this robust webtoon, original IPs, and diversified super IP business model. The Korean government also plans to expand support to Korean animation through various content support policies such as artificial intelligence technology and business model development. I'll look forward to the future of Korean animation. I hope you too will join us in the future as well. Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much. And the first presenter, just finished his present. And now we will hand over a mic to our second presenter. Please welcome Vice President Harry Yoon of Studio Mokgoji.
How's it? 안녕하세요. I'm Harry Yoon, VP of Studio Mokgoji. I've been aware of that capacity of the animation from South Africa through the cartoon movie, and also when I was a jury of the NOC, and also I met the program at the MIPCOM. It's my great honor to meet you in this way. The Studio Mokgoji is over 10 years old studio, which is specialized in value-add pre-production for the kids' content, and also a flexible production management system. We did the Asian partnership with Lion Forge, based in US, last month. I've been Chief Content Officer at the SK Broadband, which is IPTV platform in Korea, and also a VP of SMG Animation. I spent most of the last 20 years at the overseas marketing. And I did the overseas co-production over 6 titles, including Miraculous Ladybug. Based on those experience, I'd like to share with you how Shall We Dance can lead to a co-production. Shall we talk? Korea has been co-production with overseas the last more than 10 years, basically on the following formation. First, we meet the partners at the overseas market, like Asia Animation Summit, SPP, and ACE Fair, and MIPCOM Kids Screen Summit. And we pitch each other how great our program is, and once we like it, and we talk in detail how to split the work, who's going to do pre and main and post work. And we like it, and we agree on the work split, and then we go to the next step, the financing. How you can get the finance? You got the government subsidies, you get the hard cash or equity investment. Based on their portion of the investment, the business right can be decided. So I can say that's all case by case. And also another important thing is how it can be recognized as local content. For your reference, Korean animation, we need at least a 16 point out of 32. Now it's time to find the good partner. This is the most important part because when you think back when you get married, you do not get married after first date. Yes, there is a way, rush, but that doesn't good result. So there are a couple of things when you do date. The first and most important thing is capacity. That means that how many people in each studios, because finally that's all up and the human beings. The another one is that whether they have a co-production reference. If they have good, that's fine. But if they don't have any reference, but they have at least a partner who can do advise how to do co-production. And another one key factor is the financing capabilities. Because animation takes a lot of budget and also a lot of time. So without money, you can go. You cannot live with just the love. You need the finance to back up. To get a good studio, you can access to the local Korean government, like KOCCA and also KOCCA and others, do some credit check or reference check. The key factors I mentioned is the vice versa. The more you want to know your partner, and also your partner want to know about you too. So basically, we have to level with everything on the table, and we can talk. Besides the key factors, there are things to be considered, because co-production took more than 1 and 2 years. And there is a misunderstanding based on the communication can happen. And these things are not on the agreement articles, but these are the factors you can overcome the variables you didn't expect it at the first. To do that, you have to understand each other, and to do that, you have to respect each other. That should be done, hopefully, before pre-production. And there are the safety rules for each countries. So a lot of things can be happened, but this can be overcome once you know each other, once you respect, and once you understand each other. One of the cases I know on the overseas co-production, the studio cooked other countries' food, and they have time to learn the other country's language. That doesn't help to speed up the production, but that really helped when they are in stalemate. These are the things that are not mentioned in the contract, but these are the key factors when there is a rough time. Because co-production doesn't succeed based on the systematically. And finally, you also understand how to manage the schedule and the budget and the tool they use and the government subsidies. Besides that, there is a new variables now coming up. It's Corona-19. I never had experience like this before over my 20 years experience, because that is not what we used to. So what we should do, we have to find the new way to collaborate. This is not an option. This is mandatory. We have to find a new way to overcome this one. Because usually we meet at the market and build a credit over food, over drink, and even over dance. But without that, without the skinship, we have to build credit just online. How can you do that? There is no right way or wrong way. We have to find the way to do it. So maybe I can propose that we have to more program like this and to find a new way in the new environment. Again, co-production is like a marriage. Rush doesn't make a good result. I see that a couple of cases that co-production overseas really have their two steps get into marriage. Yes, they're really binding of the two countries and two studios, not just for the IP, but just for the human beings. Again, marriage and co-production is really similar. A lot of meetings and rough time, overcoming, and get into the marriage. So co-production needs physical time to get to agreed. But another condition that like pandemic 19, we have to understand the present status, and we have to understand that we are at the right and same page. So my story ends like this. After our first dance, and after a lot of date after that, time after time, to get to know each other, then we may get to a happy marriage. I can say happy co-production. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And rapidly growing into the global market. And today, we've learned how they could make it. And the secret was, I think, is the effort to understanding each other. Thank you. Continuing on, team leader Yohan Kim of Young Toys will give his presentation. There are no Korean children, including my son, who do not have the toys of Young Toys. Young Toys is now on the path to success, not only for toys, but also for children's animation. Today, he will give a presentation about distribution of Korea animation TV series. Please greet him with a round of applause.
Hello, my name is Johan. I'm in charge of global licensing and merchandising business, including media distribution in Young Toys. I've been in this industry for last 7 years, and before I worked in event industry for 2 years. Before I joined the Young Toys, I worked at Roy Visual, who is IP owner of Robocop Polly, for over 3 years. And now I'm working at Young Toys with several brands such as Dobot, Metallion, Kongsuni, and more. All those contents are success in the global market. So today, I'm here to talk about how the Korean animation success in global market on behalf of Young Toys. Young Toys is kids entertainment company based on TV animation series and its own toys. We have more than 7 our IPs, and as a toy company, we also be a master toy partner with our other IP owners for the global market. And as you can see, we also distribute partners' product in Korea, such as LOL Surprise and Beyblade. As you can see in the map, our brands are all the Asian countries and key European countries, including Russia. One of our brands, Dobot, is number 2 in Russian market right after Transformer for the boy section category. As you can see, we have no business in Africa yet, so I'm looking forward to start with you guys. I have only 10 minutes. For this time, I picked just one point that I think the most important points for us to success in the global market. When we think about the sales point of the content, I do believe the differentiation is the most important. We all know Disney, Hasbro, or Mattel, Nickelodeon, who have massive good contents with their own channel promotion and distribution power. So, how can you compete with them in the market? Here I give an example of Dobot case. Dobot is a voice action property, TV animation series, age target between 5 to 9. Think about what the target age boys love. In general, for worldwide, I would say dinosaur, car, robot, or justice, like a policeman, maybe except for France or Russia. So, we focus on car and robot. Dobot is basically vehicle transformed to robot, and also several vehicles combined together to become a one giant robot. I know what you think. When those concepts, we all know there is one in the market. I would say Transformer from Hasbro. And I would say here is the beauty of Dobot. Dobot is not just transformation robot action. Instead, we focus on strong action, can be violent to the kids. We focus on family, friendship, and protection. Show father cares their kids, and kids love their parents, and try to show the process of kids' growth through the animation. How to give way to friends and tolerance and care each other and stop outcast. Protect the people you care and the city where you live, and also responsibility. All those good educational points are well met in the animation series, including lots of humors. Also, most of the case when the kids solve the problem with Dobot, it's not just with the robot's physical power, but also with the kids' wit and problem-solving skills. And it's not just for Dobot. Most of Korean animation which success in the market, they all have those kind of unique concept. So give you more idea, please watch a new generation of Dobot video.
Nav City, an ordinary place that's about to experience something extraordinary. Filled with curiosity and a taste for adventure, Tyler will take on any case, from a misplaced remote control to a mysteriously stolen car. Always up for a competition, nothing excites him like an RC car race with his dad. When an intergalactic device lands in Tyler's front yard, it accidentally turns his toys into Tobots. Bursting with confidence and always positive, there's Speed. And Monster. Look out when he's angry. Then there's Shuttle, smart, gentle, and a master planner. They couldn't have appeared at a better time. Arriving with plans to conquer the city is this parade of supervillains. Led by Eenie, piloted by Meanie, and guarded by Miney, they travel in Mo. They're, well, I'm not sure what you would call that. What they'll do next is anyone's guess. It's time for Tyler to enlist the Tobots and put his detective skills to use against this new menace. All right, guys, show these four who's the best team in the universe. Because nothing can compete with Tyler's imagination and the power of the Tobots. Tobot Galaxy Detectives, coming soon from Young Toys.
Thank you for watching. This is the newest Dobot series named Dobot Galaxy Detective. I'm not sure if you recognize the yellow clothes. They are villain, and villain is quite cute, isn't it? They are not really evil. They are funny and a little bit dull, and sometimes even help Dobot to save the city. I say the theory of human nature is fundamentally good. Be positive, guys. So in the story, villain has a reason to behave badly, or sometimes they lost family or they just don't know how to behave. And showing them how to turn them on to be good side. Instead, just defeat them on the name of justice. Lastly, with my experience, most of TV stations prefer long-run business because of commercial reason, such as TV commercial or back-end support. In our case, I would say 99% from toy support. And being a toy company does not want to invest on the short lifetime contents. As you can see, most of Korean contents whose success in the global market has a long lifetime. Dobot has 2 generations. First generation has 5 seasons in total, 121 episodes by 22 minutes. And second generation has 3 seasons plus 1 spin-off between season 1 and 2. In total, 172 episodes by 12 minutes. So this is end. The summary of my last 10 minutes, I will say in one sentence. Korean contents have a unique selling point, but based on general interest for the target audience. To add one more, being a Korean animation production company, we have a great support from KOCCA, and it actually helped a lot to build our brand internationally. So thank you for paying attention, and if you have any question, please send me an email to the address. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you for your presentation too. We are in the third day of 2020 Disc Africa Korean Week, the K animation session. And coming next, Manager Kyu-Ah-jang of Unit Character Corporation will give her presentation. Unit Character Corporation character production is receiving attention for its limitless potential. We look forward to what we will hear about localization strategies for animation planning. Please greet her with a round of applause.
Hi, my name is Kyu-Ah, and I'm the production coordinator at You Need Character. You Need Character is a South Korean animation company, and today I'm here to talk about localization strategies while planning an animation using our project Cricket Pang as an example. At You Need Character, we value two factors while planning: originality and thinking globally. Originality is important to be successful in the competitive market. There is constant stream of new animations coming into the market, and we believe that the key to standing out is originality. And thinking big, global, will help create content that can be sold and enjoyed internationally. Currently, our main target market is India and South Africa. And here's how and why we decided to target this particular market. Okay, one day, around 2 years ago, we received an email inviting us to participate in the Indian Licensing Expo 2018. That's when we found interest and started to research the Indian market. India has a population of 1.4 billion people, and by 2030, it is predicted that they will have the second largest economic power in the world, and 27 million. This is the number of newborn babies in India each year. Looking at these numbers, we saw a vision for a business targeted at children in India. Now, we have the target age group. What's next? If we were to enter the Indian market, what kind of characters would we need to create? We started thinking from basic keywords about India to detailed cultural references. In the process, we came across cricket, the most popular game in India, a sport played almost everywhere in India and watched by millions. India is also the home for the Indian Premier League, the IPL, one of the biggest sporting events in the world. And while doing research on cricket, we learned that cricket is also extremely popular in South Africa as well, which helped us expand our target market. Okay, so we took the keyword cricket and combined it with a beloved animal in India, the elephant, which is believed to bring luck and wealth, to create our concept for an animation. The concept of our work is an elephant and his friends who love playing cricket, put into comical situations. Now, we had an idea to pitch. Now we're ready to give it a shot and attempt to enter the global market. At the expo, we received favorable and positive feedback from executives of big companies in India, and we were offered various business opportunities. We were the first Korean animation company to participate in the 2019 Indian Licensing Expo and Discope 2019 held in Johannesburg, which was a challenge worth taking. After coming back from the event, we shifted all our focus and concentration on planning and the production of the project because we had confirmed that this idea will work. Our animation, Cricket Pang, is currently being produced and will be 26 episodes, and each episode will be 11 minutes long. The animation will be available for broadcast starting January 2021 and completed by February 2021. We're currently working very hard on designing and creating the animation. The characters are memorable and cute, and the artwork is eye-catching. It'll be very hard to miss. Memorable and eye-catching characters are especially important when it comes to our business model. At You Need Character, our business model is one source, multi-use. Based on our Cricket Pong character IP, we plan on expanding to various businesses like educational content, merchandise, games, and other kid-related products and services. The one-source multi-use business model is an advantage of the character IP business. Finally, localization. Our localization strategy is as follows. First, we found a suitable subject for localization. From the start, our project was set for markets such as India and South Africa, who would enjoy and appreciate an animation of an elephant who enjoys a game of cricket. Second, before starting to write stories and enter pre-production stages, we went through thoroughly planning and researching the local culture, which is very important. Our team started working on the stories after researching and watching cricket, which at first was quite unfamiliar. Third, to accurately reflect the culture, it is important to keep in communications with people that are well-versed in the culture of the market we're trying to enter. Lastly, it is necessary to establish and execute a marketing plan suitable for your target location after production. For example, we are in contact with the IPL with a proposal for a public service campaign for children utilizing our characters. Children's animation seems to have a lower barrier than content for other ages. With a subject matter that children would find enjoyable, and by localizing the content, you may get a positive response. This concludes our brief presentation. We are excited for Cricket Pong to have come to this stage of launching, and we will continue our efforts to achieve the best results possible. We kindly ask for your interest and support. Thank you very much.
Wow, expanding businesses to India market. Oh, sounds tough, huh? Thank you for sharing your valuable experiences. Thank you. This time, Chief Technology Officer Seok Nam-gong from M2S Corporation will give his presentation. We can't discuss video content without VR and AR nowadays. M2S Corporation got global attention by receiving the grand prizes for VR animation at VR Fest 2019. Today's presentation will be about creating VR interactive media content. Please welcome him with a big applause.
안녕하세요. M2S의 남궁석 이사입니다. 먼저 저희가 지금까지 제작했었던 컨텐츠를 먼저 보여드리겠습니다.
Transport A113 is now ready for boarding.
네, M2S는 지금까지 컴퓨터 그래픽이 중요하게 대두되는 커머셜 그리고 인터랙티브 전시 영상 또는 영화 등의 작업들을 계속적으로 진행을 해왔었고요. 저희는 2017년부터 저희 자체 애니메이션 원인치 VR 그리고 아라비안 나이트 그리고 셀맨 이 세 가지 IP를 제작을 하게 됐습니다. 그러면서 먼저 저희는 원인치 VR 컨텐츠를 제작을 하면서 해외의 다양한 영화 페스티벌에서 베스트 애니메이션을 수상을 하게 되었고요. 그러면서 해외 통신사나 또는 중국의 VR 시네마를 운영하고 있는 파트너사들을 계속적으로 만나고 있고 현재도 다양한 파트너사들 또는 통신사에 납품을 하고 있습니다. 먼저 원인치 VR 컨텐츠를 간단하게 보여드리겠습니다. 네, 일단 저희는 원인치 VR을 만들면서 다양한 파트너사를 만나게 됐고요. 그러면서 두 번째, 세 번째 컨텐츠를 제작을 하게 됐습니다. 두 번째로 셀맨이라는 컨텐츠를 제작을 하게 되었고요. 셀맨은 주인공 리암이 마이크로닉하게 줄어들어서 식중독이 걸린 아버지의 몸속을 탐험을 하면서 다양한 세균들과 싸우는 내용의 컨텐츠입니다.
뭐라, 세균들이 침입했네.
도저히 못 당하겠어.
내가 기생코가 있는 곳으로 갈게.
시간 없어. 기억 레버를 당겨.
네, 저희는 이렇게 컨텐츠를 계속적으로 제작을 하게 되면서 파트너사들의 다양한 요구를 받게 되고요. 그 중에 한 가지 저희가 그 전에 비즈니스가 없었던 새로운 비즈니스에 대한 의뢰를 받게 됩니다. 그 중에 하나가 저희가 로케이션 베이스 엔터테인먼트라는 공간 사업에 대한 의뢰를 받게 되었고요. 현재 마카오 스튜디오 시티 2층에 1,500평 공간에 저희가 제작한 아라비안 나이트 120평 디지털 테마파크가 운영 중에 있습니다. 세 번째 컨텐츠 아라비안 나이트는 우리가 모두가 잘 알고 있는 알라딘과 비슷한 소재이고요. 그 내용 자체는 예전부터 내려오는 누구나 알 수 있는 쉽게 접근할 수 있는 그런 컨텐츠 내용입니다. 등장하는 주인공들은 우리가 알고 있는 쉽게 접근할 수 있는 그런 캐릭터로 저희가 준비를 했었고요. 먼저 자료 영상 보여드리겠습니다. 네, 보시는 것처럼 저희는 단순하게 컨텐츠를 제작하고 끝나는 방식이 아닌 기본적으로 VR 컨텐츠를 만들고 그 컨텐츠를 가지고 인터랙티브 미디어의 컨텐츠를 다시 변화를 합니다. 그리고 변환된 컨텐츠를 가지고 LBE 사업, 로케이션 베이스 엔터테인먼트 사업에 직접적으로 반영하기도 하고, 그리고 VR 리얼리틱한 컨텐츠로도 재구성해서 예를 들어 이제 그 VR 게임으로 스트리밍 서비스를 할 수 있는 개념으로 저희가 접근을 하고 있고요. 또는 이제 인터랙티브한 컨텐츠로도 계속적으로 단일 품목으로도 파크에 납품이 되는 그런 BM을 유지를 하고 있습니다. 그 중에 이제 제일 처음 IP를 사용한 LBE 비즈니스인데요. 기본적으로 LBE 비즈니스는 디지털 테마파크로 볼 수가 있습니다. 기본적으로 저희가 그 제작한 스토리텔링을 기반으로 해서 다양한 테크놀로지를 적용을 해서 쉽게 누구나 다양하게 접근할 수 있는 또는 체험할 수 있는 그런 파크로 구성이 되어 있고요. 단순히 디지털만 접목하는 게 아니라 실제 그 내용 안에 나 또는 가족, 친구들이 같이 체험할 수 있는 구성으로 준비가 되어 있습니다. 역시나 기본적으로 테크놀로지가 많이 들어가 있는 개념으로 보시면 되고요. 이 테크놀로지 안에서는 저희의 컨텐츠랑 인터랙티브하게 관객과 인터랙티브하게 경험할 수 있는 개념으로 접근이 되고 있습니다. 네. 그러면서 저희는 두 번째 비즈니스 중에 VR 리얼리틱 게임으로 볼 수가 있는데요. 현재 이 VR 게임 같은 경우는 오큘러스 또는 HTC랑 기본적으로 저희가 라이센싱 계약을 진행을 하고 있고요. 기본적으로 저희 컨텐츠의 세계관을 그대로 유지하면서 다양한 던전, 환경을 경험하고 쉽게 게임을 할 수 있는 구성으로 준비가 되어 있습니다. 아마도 코로나19의 상황에서는 집에서 다양하게 게임을 할 수 있는 부분으로도 볼 수 있는데요. 현재도 저희는 기존의 컨텐츠는 디지털 IP로 스트리밍 서비스를 하고 있기 때문에 오프라인이 아니고 온라인이어도 즐겁게 활용을 할 수가 있습니다. 역시나 기존의 데이터들을 활용해서 저희 게임에 적용되어 있는 그런 소스로 보실 수가 있으실 거고요. 역시나 기존의 스토리에 등장하는 환경으로 게임이 구성이 되어 있습니다. 네, 자료화면 보여드리겠습니다. 이렇게 MTS는 단순히 하나의 컨텐츠로 이야기를 끝내는 게 아니라 그 이후에 계속적으로 유저들과 대화하고 그리고 경험할 수 있는 그런 컨텐츠를 추후에도 계속적으로 생산해 낼 것이고요. 현재도 저희의 테크놀로지를 많이 같이 활용할 수 있는 방안에 대해서 해외 파트너사들과 같이 활발하게 이야기를 하고 있습니다. 이상입니다.
Well, I couldn't take off my eyes of the your presentation video. Oh, wow, really impressive. Thank you. Okay, and the 5 presenter, all of them was finished their presentation, and so we will continue on with a Q&A session. Wow, what an impressive video. Oh, thank you for your presentation too. I think 5 all speakers for their presentations, and now we will continue on with the Q&A session. Okay, we received the questions in advance online. So first, Vice President Harry Yoon of Studio Mokoji.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, this question was just like what I thought during your presentation. What if there is a collaboration with Africa in the future? Do you have any specific plans?
Oh, definitely, yes. The first thing comes first is to share the IPs based on their idea and our idea. And once we like it and we agreed on the work split and the financing plan, and that's planned. Again, but I need to dance first. So if you are ready, and dance with me, and then we can have a talk on how to collaborate. Thank you.
Oh, dance with me. Okay, good. And in the case, what would be the most important part in proceeding joint production with a new culture or country, do you think?
That comes to my speech again. There is 2 key factors before we get into the co-production. First is to understand each other, respect the way of working each other, because that doesn't show up at the agreement, that doesn't take it heavyweight, but based on my experience, these are the 2 elements which sustained the success of the co-production. Mostly takes 2 years. Thank you.
Thank you. This time, team leader Johan Kim of Young Toys. Yes, please. As I've told when introducing you, Young Toys is a living history of kids' content. And starting from toys in Korea, what are some distinct characteristics of contents for kids?
Okay, so the question is really depends on what you're looking for. And if I have to say about in general, I say you have to set the special concepts and you have to try to avoid some important things if you want to broadcast it internationally. Giving examples, we have experience based on the Kongsuni, one of our contents. It's a little girl preschool target contents, and we actually put a lot of sweets, like candy words and everything inside of just one specific city animation episode. And it was really hard to broadcast in US because there are too many sweets inside and parents not allowed the kids to watch it. Or if you want to put some actions and fights inside, you better try to avoid to appear the real weapons inside of the animation if you target for kids, younger age. So instead of using gun inside, it's better to use a laser gun, which is not exist in the world. Or if you want to put the knife inside, it's better you put the like magnetic sword or some like in the Star Wars. So those kind of things you can find in the internet very easily. What you have to avoid. So that's my question answer for your question. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, too much sweet in Kongsuni. Wow. I've watched lots of series
Sweet,
of
yeah.
Kongsuni, but I've never thought about that. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, thank you. And next question is for Manager Kyu Jang of Unit Character Corporation. You have planned a number of localization stretches in expansion to India and getting research. Cultural differences must be an obstacle. Do you have a story where you realized the cultural differences and overcame them?
Absolutely. A big part of our animation is about cricket, and it's a sport that isn't very well known in Korea. So when we decided to go with cricket, we all had to watch videos, watch cricket, and learn the culture and the game. But as we were researching, we realized that in India, cricket is so much part of the culture. It's not just a sport. So when some of our team went on a business trip to India, they got to experience how integrated the sport is in the Indian culture and life. So having to know that, and when they came back, we realized that we can't just Google culture. We need to go there and experience it. And that's how we overcame when people went there and experienced the culture and told us about it.
Oh, okay, good. So, can you play cricket?
Not yet.
Okay, I was just wonder. Next, I'd like to ask Chief Technology Officer Seok Nam-gung of M2S Corporation. You probably experienced it firsthand in the field. What do you think? I mean, Korean VR interactive technology stand? Where Korean VR interactive technology stand?
Good question. Maybe I think Korea's technology level is similar to those of developed countries. And many companies are working on projects with global companies as well.
I thought we are more similar to advanced country, but you said, we are in not there, right? So if you have any killer content or just a concept targeting the global market, can you tell us about them?
We are currently working on a project to integrate content with human biosignals. It's called digital therapeutics. Yeah.
Okay, I hope it will be successful. And finally, Professor Changwon Han, Korea also provided subcontract services for animations in the past. But nowadays, it manages from the whole project planning and character industry to foreign exports. What made all of this possible, do you think?
Right. Korean animation has accumulated production know-how since the 1960s through subcontracting production of Japanese animation, American animation. By the 1990s, 30% of the world's animation was subcontracted to Korea. In the process of overcoming the IMF economic crisis, we have focused on creative animations, and government policies were also strengthened to develop native brands and characters. The appearance of success cases such as web animations, Marshmallow, and Buka, and infant animation, Pororo, the Little Penguin, in the early 2000s led to expansion of Korea animation IP. Today, sales of domestically produced characters have surpassed the imported ones in the Korean character market, leading to the creation of more creative animations targeted for foreign markets. Africa is also a market with great potential. Come on board with Korea towards the future and mutual growth. Thank you.
Thank you for all of these valuable thoughts. Thank you. Let's give a big applause to 5 people. Okay. Okay, as a summary, I would like to talk that we could understand that the power of K animation began from originality and technology. Thank you for sharing your valuable thoughts. Thank you. Looking forward to the future of K animation that have been steadily growing, we will hereby conclude that the K animation session for 2020 Discup Africa Korea Week with KOCCA. For the long-awaited last session regarding the K-pop of Korea Week at Discup Africa 2020, please stay with us and keep your eyes and ears open. We will resume the conference in a minute. Okay, this was Jung Da-hee, the MC of K animation session. Thank you for everybody. Thank you.